Hey everybody, it's Mitch, and welcome to my next anime review. Today we will be discussing Eureka 7, or some call it Eureka 7, or Eureka 7, however you want to say it. Now, anyways, before we get started, I just wanted to say, spoiler alert. Yes, you're going to want to watch the entire series before watching this video. That being said, if you've already watched the entire series, then stick around. Alright, so, this happens to be one of my favorite anime series of all time. It's underrated. A lot of people don't like it or whatever. It's kind of shorter, but I still really like it. At its heart, it's a love story. And sorry, but I'm a sucker for love stories. I know I'm a dude, but who cares? So there's a lot more to it than just a love story, anyways. But anyways, it starts out when Renton's just sitting at home with his grandpa. Um, Basically, Renton, he's a troubled kid. He thinks life's boring and wants excitement in his life, and he hates the fact that he's cooped up with his grandpa. Now, his grandpa happens to be his grandpa Axel Thurston. He is like the legendary mechanic, the best mechanic on all the planet. So that's pretty impressive. His father is also, well, was also the great hero that saved the world, Adrock Thurston. So he's got kind of a legacy to him. He's always admired Holland of the Gecko State. So that's kind of his hero. He always looks up to him. He reads Rayout magazine all the time. He's just a huge fan. And there's a little bit more to it. Despite the fact that he idolizes Holland, um, I'm not sure if he remembers or not, but when he was a little kid, his sister used to date Holland, and he actually used to sabotage their dates. So that's kind of an odd little twist there. Now, Renton doesn't realize this, but, well, he doesn't realize some other stuff. But anyways, he's just sitting there one day when all of a sudden an LFO comes flying through the sky, and he realized, holy crap, this is Gecko State. That's the Nirvash, the LFO that they're always talking about. This is amazing. Holy crap. So he's admiring this battle that's going over his head when all of a sudden the pilot pulls out and he sees that it's this girl, and he's just love at first sight right there. Um, he realizes that some repairs need done. She comes to Axel asking for some repairs, and they have to give her a special compact drive that Renton happens to have, which for some reason has been showing her name for a while, which is, of course, Eureka. So they Renton ends up going on board with her and the Gecko State, meeting Holland and all the other people, which is like a dream for him, except he ends up having to do chores and stuff. And then he realizes that she has 3 kids, and he's like, what the heck's going on here? And he finds out that they're not actually hers. It's a very complicated story. It's kind of hard to summarize it all real quick. But anyways, you start to realize that as time goes on, Renton is sorry, it's hard to keep my thoughts straight. But how Elreka actually got the kids was, this is one of the more messed up stuff, is she actually shot down their parents, not really realizing what she did, because she's actually a Corallian, which means she was essentially a blank slate at first, and she kind of learned how humanity is as she went. So she shot down all these people, not really understanding it, because the military ordered her to. Then she went to pile apart the corpses and realized that there were some kids inside the corpses that were being protected. The adults basically used themselves as shields to protect their children, which she saw them and kind of messed with her emotions a bit, and she decided to take them in. She wasn't quite the killing machine after that. So, yeah, those really weren't her kids. So he realizes that their love starts taking off. It's a real cute story. I really, really like it. There's a lot of really messed up stuff, like Anemone, who's basically a human who they tried to make like Eureka, so that didn't go the best. Um, yeah. She ended up pretty freaking crazy. Most of the people that they tried doing that experiment on died. She's the only one that actually managed to survive out of probably several dozen, if not hundreds of girls. So, some pretty sick stuff going on. Um, but anyway, she's completely nuts. Lieutenant Dominic actually has a major thing for a very similar situation between those two, as well as Renton and Eureka. So, yeah, definitely something going on there. She's also got an LFO called the End, which is a copy of the Nirvash for the most part, basically a black Nirvash. Um, yeah, there's all sorts of craziness. Turns out Renton's dad was the one who saved Eureka. Well, the one who found her and brought her in with the military and found the Nirvash and all that stuff. He actually went to deal with the Corallians to try and fix things. Um, yeah, kind of a complicated story, but basically in the end it all comes down to the world is doomed unless Renton and Elreka's love can save everybody by uniting humanity, which is the ending gets really, really weird. I, I've seen it twice now, and I still don't quite follow it. I watched it first my senior year of high school, and then once a few months ago. So yeah, the ending's really weird. Um, Basically, they brought all humanity into a single consciousness to save the world because that was the only option, or something like that. I'm not even sure. It's such a strange ending. The rest of the anime was pretty solid and fairly easy to follow, right up until like the end where they start throwing all this weird stuff at you. Um, yeah, I was a little bit iffy on that, but it was still cute how their relationship finally got together. Um, my favorite part of the anime probably was when Eureka started turning into a Corallian. Her skin started changing. She started becoming kind of like a butterfly, which was kind of weird, like this green chrysalis butterfly thing. She thought she was hideous and she was all freaking out. So Renton decided, okay, her arm's kind of swollen. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make mine swollen. So he took a rock and beat himself in the arm with it to try and make him the same, even though he wasn't able to use his arm for a while after that. It was just a really romantic gesture. Kind of touched my heart there. But anyways, getting a little soppy. Uh, anyways, it was a great anime. I really liked it. I don't feel it's got enough attention. Um, but anyways, um, I kind of hit as much of that as I could. So tell me what you think. Is there anything you want to say about the anime, about what I've said? Put it in the comments. If you like the video, and subscribe to the channel. So I've been Mitch. I've been seeing it. Let's try that again. I'm Mitch, and I'll see you.